the horse made its own intentions.
Yeah, well, she's been off the front a few times lately and speared off the gate, and she's a little bit funny in the mouth when you drive her, and she just wanted to go forward, so that was the plan out the window.
She was just cut down late in the silver Vic bred, but tonight you were never going to get cut down, like down the back, I think, in 28.3, and you were just jogging, weren't you?
Yeah, well, she had a hard run 3 wide the week before. I think she was just a little bit tired for that one, and tonight she's felt $1 million and bounced back well.
Said that once he finds a bit of form, this horse, he tends to stay in it, and he proved that tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he really does. I mean, the way he went at Bendigo and then the way he's worked this week, we were pretty confident going into this race tonight, and then had to work a bit to get to the front, and he's normally good in front, but I was worried we'd done a little bit too much early, but yeah, he fought on. I'm so proud of him. He fought on really, really well.
I looked over when you entered the back straight, and you were seriously been 30 metres off them. They've gone down the back in 27.8. They still get home in 27.9. He just rips ground off them.
Yeah, wow. He's so quick. It's unbelievable.
Did you ever think, oh, I'm not going to catch him?
I thought when IYNO pulled out of the 1-1 and I had Blake Jones in front of me, I was going, oh, I'm in a bit of strife here. It's going to be hard to catch him up front. But yeah, he just blew me away, really.
You're buying hot dogs around the home turn. You're 7-8 deep, but you just see, like at the top of the straight, you could just see he was going to win. And I would imagine sitting behind him, you must have thought, yeah, I've got these covered.
Yeah, I was wide, but I could see the leading two and couple getting back towards me. So I thought I was always going to be a show.
This horse, I did a bit of form pre-race. He's standing start form. He's not best away, but he just performs his best races from the stands, doesn't he?
Yeah, he goes so well from the stand. He's a funny horse. You've got to stand him up. If he's walking, you kind of can miss it. So, yeah, but, a fair few of the dangers galloped early there. So when I saw the big screen a lap to go, I thought this is his chance to win, to break through and win his MO. And, yeah, it's been great that he's able to do that.
I think tonight everyone probably expected you just to stride to the front and get it all on your own way, and that definitely didn't happen.
No, well, Lance had other ideas, but he settled really well when he was parked out there and felt enormous the whole race. And he's been a good horse right throughout, but he's had his issues, and it's just good that he's back to the races.
He has a few issues, but yeah, 7 starts now for 6 wins this season, and he looks like he could go all the way.
Yeah, well, I think Clayton thinks he's, right up with the best ones he's got, so that's a good push.
He looked a good thing beat last week, but you probably had a little bit of a barrier draw issue over the stablemate today, but he sort of made amends for that, and you did as well with a lovely drive.
Yeah, it's sort of, made up for last week. Everything seemed to go our way tonight, and I thought if we did get luck that he was going to be pretty hard to beat.
You got a great card up, and at Van Mara really give you a good card into it and pushed on strong on the turn, and you looked the winner, wore down the outside for a fleeting minute. I thought, he might be able to get over the top of you, but he did knuckle down quite well.
Yeah, no, he really sprinted well, and I don't think he was ever in danger. I think once Wardian started to get to him, he picked up the bit again and wanted to go. So, I was when I got that card up, I was always pretty confident.
Kate, that was super impressive, especially that early burn off the gate. I haven't seen her do that too many times, and it was probably telling in the end.
Yeah, she's her last couple of runs before tonight have been really, really good, and she just has had no luck and had to do it tough. And yeah, she was super impressive tonight, and that's what she can do. And yeah, she finished off, and that's a brutal last half. And like you said, burning off the gate too. So she was terrific.
He looked just like he posied up good. The speed was on. Manganello was quite happy to roll along, and when you pulled out, he wanted to make sure you had to chase him.
Yeah, he made him earn it, and he is a good front runner, Manganello. But as you said, Major, he had a good run through the middle, did no work, and he had to run a good sort of 600-700, and he did it well.
He ran second, I think, in the Vic Bred final, this horse. He's quite a nice horse. He probably doesn't rate as highly as a few of the others in the camp, but he just keeps presenting, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I think, he was a good 3-year-old. He ran second or third in the New South Wales Derby, so he's always been top class, and hasn't had that many runs, so he's doing a really good job.
Looked like he needed that hit out.
He probably hadn't done a lot since he's come back from Sydney, so tonight was a good blowout for him, and he felt really good and sprinted up the straight well.
Pretty seasoned horse. He's seen more of the countryside than what I have. Queensland and then back to New South Wales. That seems a very relaxed horse. He's just standing there on the pony there with Keith and pretty much going to sleep.
Yeah, he's good. He takes it all in his stride. As you said, he raced down here, then he went to Queensland, then back down to Sydney and back here again. So you would think it might take its toll on him, but he seems to be, still as good as ever.
He's always got a smile on his face, Dan, but I think it's got bigger tonight after that one, Mick. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, look, we knew we had a good filly before we came here, but to do that just showed us we were right, but probably exceeded a little bit of our expectations when you make a mistake and give them a start like that. But it's good that our judgment was right anyway.
She was a little bit green her first race start, but not like that. She just got hanging on you, and she tried to the line. There was no worries there, but she just got hanging on the turn a little bit in that start, but nothing like today. But today, after the gallop, though, she actually seemed pretty professional for mine. She seemed to switch off. You didn't panic, she didn't panic, and you ended up in the right position, getting a perfect card up there on the back of Kate.
Yeah, exactly. Look, she just, first time off the front line, drawn one in these races, it can be tricky, and she just went to rush too quick. So just a bit inexperienced there. But look, when they were the lead time, relatively average. It felt like they were going. I had to make up that ground, and first quarter in 28.9, I still hadn't tacked on. Even though I was travelling down the back, you always worried, my run's going to come to an end in a minute. And she lugged a little bit around the last corner again, and I had to sort of balance her. And once we straightened up, she done the rest.
Very impressive. Dan said that the race hadn't really hotted up, and then Kez put it to you about the 400-metre mark, and it became a real race, but you actually put Kez away pretty quickly up the straight.
Yeah, it was probably a little bit boring for the first lap and a half, but we sort of went to war then at the 400 or so, and was sort of pretty worried with Kate on me back, just not to go and get trucking too early and let her have the sort of gun trip and be getting a little tired. But this one was strong still on the line. She was having a good look around and just had to be reminded that she was still in the race, just having a look up the straight.
And you just zipped up the straight today when you let him go. He really let down, but he looked like he switched off a little bit on you, sort of halfway up the home straight.
Yeah, well, she settled really well early. Even though she was wide, she sort of just ambled up and went to the front, and she settled really well. And when the one come 3 wide up to challenge, she wanted to get racing a bit, and second quarter was pretty hard, and she sort of just had them all done round the turn and asked her, and she kicked really well, and then she sort of half knocked off, but thankfully she held on.